Good morning, everybody. So I thought it would be really cool if I showed you guys how I make my apple cinnamon oatmeal. And it's actually fitting considering it's 6:30 a.m. So this is as authentic as it's gonna get. So I eat this almost every day, if not every day. And definitely when I was in high school, trying to rush and get to class, this is really quick, really simple, something easy to do. And anybody can do it too. You don't really need a lot of brain power to do it. So I also chose this recipe because growing up, I loved Quaker oatmeal, like the little pre-made packets. That was my favorite thing ever. And my favorite flavor was cinnamon, apple cinnamon. So I thought, one day let's recreate this. But something about eating oatmeal out of a little brown packet that you just need hot water added to it, it doesn't really sit right with me. So I decided to come up with this recipe. So yeah, it's vegan and it's low in added sugar. So that's plus. So let's get started. So for our first ingredient, obviously we can't have oatmeal without oats. Now I have half a cup of quick oats. You can use old-fashioned oats too. I feel like I just had quick oats. That's all I had. I don't feel like they taste any different, but to each his own. Next we have 1 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Then you have half an apple. I used a Gala apple just because I like them. They're sweet. I don't really like Granny Smith apples. Not my favorite. If that's what you like, you can add whatever you want. It's up to you. Then we have some vanilla. You can use real vanilla, but I don't have any. Pandemic, yes. And then for my spices, I have ground cinnamon and ground nutmeg. Something else that would really go great with this is either they have like a pumpkin pie spice like seasoning, or they have like allspice. That would be really great too. But like I said, this is what I have on hand. So let's start. So first you're gonna do your dry ingredients first. This makes life so much easier. Add your oats. Oh, also, pro tip, because I feel like a lot of people forget this. Make sure that your bowl is microwavable safe. Please. But you can heat up your milk and add that in, but I'm not going to, because this is the fast version for the kids who are late to school. So we're gonna use the microwave. And yes, we're gonna use the microwave. So yeah, make sure your bowl or your container or whatever you're using is microwavable safe. Mine's glass, so she should do fine. So yeah, you got your oats. Now, you guys are probably gonna think I'm a little crazy, but I don't measure out my spices. And that's just because I like a lot. But you can measure yours out if you really wanted to. Follow this recipe to measure it out. You could use 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. There's your measurement. However, we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I like a lot of cinnamon, like a lot. And y'all are probably gonna be like, wow, she's crazy. But like I said, it's supposed to taste like the packet. And I feel like I'm gonna need a lot of cinnamon, especially since there's no added sugar. Like, I'm not gonna be adding honey or maple syrup or anything like that. Or actual like cane sugar. I'm not adding any of that. So I feel like I need a lot of spices. Also, in Georgia's class, we learned about how if you add like the spices from like sweet desserts like an apple pie, as opposed to adding like excess amount of sugar. It's going to taste sweet still. So I've been doing that, trying to implement that into, you know, I bake a lot since I'm at home, so that's what I've been doing. So next we're going to add the ground nutmeg. You don't need as much as the cinnamon, in my opinion. If you like it, cool, great, that's up to you. But in my opinion, you don't need as much. So like maybe like 3 sprinkles. Cool, great. You're probably like, you didn't even put anything in there. Well, I did. Okay, and so you're gonna mix this and make sure that it's evenly distributed. Remember, if you're doing this at home, make sure that you do dry first. It just makes things so much easier, in my opinion. All right, cool. That looks good. So at this point, you can add your apples. Now remember, I used only half an apple. If you were to double this recipe, you use a whole apple. But I'm not really that hungry, so I only used half an apple. Get all of them in there. Oops, left some out. Next, you're gonna add your almond milk. So lightly pour that, because one time I actually poured it really heavily and it splashed everywhere, and I was sad because that was the end of the carton. So be careful, guys, okay? Next, we're gonna stir it again. Just make sure everything is evenly distributed. I like to add my apples in before I microwave my oatmeal, just because I feel like the apples get broken down a little bit, they get warm, you know, it's nice and comforting. So you can totally add them afterwards, again, up to you, but I really like adding them before they go in the microwave so they're nice and warm. Okay, next, our vanilla. Yes. Shake it up first. And then we're, again, with the measurements. You can use half a teaspoon if that's what you prefer. But again, I'm not going to measure this. I'm just going to add a splash. That's a measurement, right? A splash? A splash, a dash, a drop, I don't know. There you go. There you go. A splash, if you will. Again, mix. So I think adding vanilla, a lot of people don't add vanilla to their oatmeal. When I found this out, it was like revolutionary to me to add this, because it really just tastes like homemade. I don't know if vanilla is an apple pie. I don't know, but it tastes really good. It tastes like homemade apple pie to me. It tastes like the packet I'm trying to imitate. Okay, so your oatmeal mixture should look something like this. Now we're going to pop her into the microwave for 2 minutes, and then we'll be right back. Okay, now while she's in the microwave, marinating and whatnot, we're gonna talk about the macros for this recipe. Okay, so like I said before, this recipe was low in added sugar, which I thought was really cool. And so it has exactly, I actually put this recipe on Esha so I could tell you guys valid information. Look at that, using my resources. So for protein, it's exactly 6.7 grams. Well, let's start with calories. For calories per serving, it's 296 calories per serving. For carbs, it's 55 grams. And then for fat, only 5 grams. For cholesterol, 0. If you guys didn't know, but I'm sure you probably all knew, since we're all nutrition majors, oatmeal lowers cholesterol, or specifically LDL cholesterol. So it's very heart healthy, and it's really good for someone who really enjoys working out in the morning, because it gives you a lot of energy because of all those carbs. So if you're an athlete like Kelly and you like working out, this might be, the breakfast for you. Give you a lot of energy, because who wants to be walking around sluggish? Not me. Okay, so our oatmeal is done. We're just gonna pop her out of the microwave. Also, your microwavable bowl may be hot. You might want to use a paper towel or a oven mitt or something of that sort to take that out, because I just burned my hand. But it's okay, because I do it for you guys. It's just fine. So look at that steamy goodness. Delicious. So you're just gonna mix it again. Make sure it's evenly distributed. Like I said earlier. Okay, that looks good. If you don't like your oatmeal this way, if it may be a little bit too chunky for your liking, that's totally fine. You can add a little bit more almond milk. If not, this is it. Also, if you want more seasoning, I don't think I need any more, but if you guys want more seasoning, definitely sprinkle on some more cinnamon, some more ground nutmeg. If you have allspice or apple pie spice, sprinkle that on top too. But here she is. She looks delicious. She's nice and warm. Definitely good to eat on a rainy day, like today actually. Look, this fits perfectly. Wonderful. Okay guys, that's it for my demo. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in class. Bye.